Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's Diego with another fantastic video for you guys out there in green card land, K1 visa land. Just as a disclaimer, I'm not a immigration attorney. I don't give you legal advice, and I do not work for USCIS. But this video is about US citizenship. You got your 2-year green card. You applied for your 10-year green card. You're waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting. But your ultimate goal should be becoming a U.S. citizen, so that way you don't have to worry about immigration paperwork anymore, right? Then you get sick and tired of filling out paperwork and paying visa fees and green card fees and this fee and that fee. Become a citizen, and you get and you overcome all those processes in the future. So come on along, and I'll give you an insight on the requirements to become a U.S. citizen. What are the requirements? What are the eligibilities? Come on, listen up. So a green card holder who is married to a U.S. citizen can apply for U.S. citizenship after 3 years of permanent residency, provided they meet all of the naturalization requirements. Now, the 3-year rule applies 36 months from the issue date of your 2-year green card. Okay, so green card holders who are married to a U.S. citizen may qualify to apply for naturalization after 3 years of lawful permanent residency, okay, instead of the standard 5-year requirement for other permanent residents. Now, under the 3-year rule, this applies to Immigration and Nationality Congressional Law, Section 8 USC number 1430, whatever that is, okay. Now, in order to be eligible, this is about eligibility, right, to become a U.S. citizen, the applicant, the foreign national, must have been a green card holder for at least 3 years immediately before filing Form N-400. So look at the issue date on your 2-year green card. That's when the clock starts ticking. Okay? Just look on your green card. Now, the applicant, the foreign national, must have been living in marital union with the same U.S. citizen spouse for the entire 3-year period. So you got to be married to the same American for 3 years, hopefully living under the same roof, right? Now, the U.S. citizen spouse must have been a citizen for the entire 3-year period also. Okay? But most likely you came in on a K1 visa, and the qualification is that the K1 visa sponsor must be a U.S. citizen. And you also have to prove continuous residency and a physical presence in the United States. Okay? You can't be living in, this country for 3 months, in the United States for 3 months, in this country for 3 months. You got to be living permanently in the United States. Continuous residency in the United States for at least 3 years. And the physical presence in the U.S. for at least 18 months of the 3-year period. Hopefully the entire 36 months. That would be preferable, right? Now, avoid absences of 6 months or longer. That would not be good, because if you do, this will disrupt your continuous residency requirement. Okay? Preferably you live in America for the last 36 months when you apply for U.S. citizenship and haven't left the United States. You got to have good moral character, and there are other requirements also. And don't lie when you apply. Applicants must have good moral character for the 3 years before you apply and until naturalization is complete. Okay? Stay out of trouble. Don't get arrested. Be a good model citizen for this country. And be attached to the principles of the U.S. Constitution, and be well disposed to the good order and happiness of the United States. So bring something to this country. Prove that you're a good person, that you're in a real relationship with your American citizen sponsor, etc. And then you got to be at least 18 years of old, and you got to pass an English language reading and writing and speaking test and a civics test. So you got to be able to read and write and speak English. Okay? And marriage and filing considerations. The applicant and U.S. citizen spouse must remain married at the time of the filing and at the time of naturalization. Very important. Now, USCIS allows applicants to file up to 90 days before completing the 3-year residency requirement. Okay, we're back to that 90-day number again, right? Get married within 90 days. Lift the conditions off your 2-year green card within 90 days of expiring. Now you can apply for U.S. citizenship 90 days before the 36 months requirement has reached that point, right? If the marriage ends before the 3 years, the applicant must then apply under the 5-year rule, assuming you still have your you still qualify for the 10-year green card. So to summarize this up for you guys, a green card holder must be married to a U.S. citizen, and you can apply for citizenship after 3 years of permanent residency, provided they have lived continuously with their U.S. citizen spouse, they've met the physical presence requirement, and they've met the good moral character requirement, and they remain married at the time of naturalization. Okay? So, careful documentation of marital union, residency, and compliance with what I just said with USCIS is absolutely essential for a successful application. Okay? So your ultimate goal is to become a U.S. citizen. You qualify after 36 months of being married to a U.S. citizen. You can apply 90 days before the 36-month time limit has reached its completion. Seems like immigration seem to like 90 days as their favorite number, right? Get married within 90 days, lift the conditions off of your 2-year green card within 90 days, and then you can apply for U.S. citizenship 90 days before you reach the 36-month mark. So that's 33 months in the United States, continuously residing here. Those are the basic eligibility requirements. Okay? I recommend you apply for U.S. citizenship when you are eligible. Thanks for watching the video, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. And don't forget, I do a live stream Mondays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays, 6 p.m. Central Time. And if you want to join as a member, well, I think it's down here somewhere. I think, right, you can join as a member down there. And then you'll get my phone number, email address. And you can email me, you can call me, you can text me.
Hello.
And I will pull you over the finish line and help you personally get through this application, whether it's applying for U.S. citizenship or whether you're applying for a 2-year or a 10-year green card. And stay patient during the process. See you at the next live stream.
Okay, I'll talk to you later. See you later. Bye.